Hey guys, so thank you for joining me outside on these wonderful plastic chairs. So for those who don't know you, could you introduce yourselves for the YouTube?
Hello, I'm Mr. Doris, curator of the dance tent here at the Vicars Picnic, and this is
DJs, aka Nightmares and Wax.
Awesome, man. And guys, is it your first time here at VP?
It is. It's my first time here. I came down to the site in March when we agreed, when everything went through for me to actually start curating the dance tent, bringing in friends and people I admire. But yes, it is, and I think it's George's.
And until yesterday, I was a Vicars Picnic virgin.
So how did you guys get into what you do?
Music? I've had a passion for music since the age of 9, so it's kind of like just been in my life and in my neighbourhood and in my upbringing. And hip-hop really changed my life and brought me into music really more than anything. I would say that was the foundation of it. I've been like DJing since I was 14. It's a long time ago. I won't say how long ago.
I got inspiration. My mother is always very much into jazz music, and I was always fascinated by her vinyl, even at a young age. Just not even listening to it, just looking at it, and then obviously listening to it and realizing what it actually did. And then the whole DJing thing came on about, I think it was teenaging, like 16, bought a couple of decks from a friend, terrible turntables, and somehow belt drives, absolute awful. But if you can mix on them, you can mix on anything. And then as soon as just got into the actual parties, putting on parties, and that's how it's kind of progressed. Like I've always DJed, but I've come to the realisation even not that long ago that I put on as many parties as I do DJ. And and it's just I've somehow managed to string together a career out of it.
Whatever one you want to talk about, embarrassing or good moment.
I don't know. I don't know. It's very hard to pinpoint anything, to be perfectly honest.
I can't talk about my embarrassing moments because they're too illegal.
And they've been I've been with him.
Was that you?
Okay, so highlights.
Highlights.
Yeah, one of your most fondest moments, best memories of doing what you do.
For me personally, as a thing that obviously kind of changed my life was when I first went to Ibiza, where I now call home. Was getting the phone call to play Space, and it really was, and that was 14 years ago. And I got given the gig by handing over a mixtape then of a beats, hip hop and funk thing, and Space was known, and most of the clubs are known for, and the island's known for house music. I handed Mark Rawben, a friend of mine who was then the promoter of We Love Sundays at Space. I handed him that CD, and I really didn't expect anything, man. I was just like, this is hip hop and funk, and where's this going to fit? And I did. I got a call back that week, and when I gave it to him, he was like, I'm not sure. I don't expect a call back. I get given loads, just so you know. And I got given a call back, and he was like, can you play at the Premier Etage? Just worked perfectly, and that kind of affirmed what I could do something else in Ibiza, and I suppose that was one of definitely the life affirming moments.
Do you feel music's changed for better or worse in trying to get your music to people nowadays? Do you think it's become a lot easier?
I don't think it's better or worse. It's always a challenge.
Or easier.
Yeah, it's just a challenge. You just have to evolve, like anything in life, I think.
Yeah, you know what? The thing is, there's a lot of people get caught up in the idea that it's not like it used to be, but everything's changed. Everything changes. The only constant is change. Exactly. Look around you, like it's nothing like this festival wasn't like this 3 years ago, I'm sure. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Everything changes. So, but what I would pick out, I've got two highlights I would pick out. One would be doing in the early days when we were doing some of our early rave tracks and stuff. I got the opportunity to do the opening of Space Terrace, with Uppy Rodson crew from Leeds, not even realising that it was the opening of the Space Terrace when we was doing it. And then
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Wicked.
which is like, you know, 93. And then like coming forward 2 years ago, I got the opportunity to play Red Rocks Amphitheatre in Colorado as a DJ set for opening up for Bass Nectar, which was really bizarre. It was the one time that I was only a 55-minute set, but it was the one time where I had to keep looking up and remembering where I was because I was trying to focus on DJing, but at the same time I wanted to take pictures.
Yeah.
10,000 people in front of me. I was just like, you know what I mean? So that was quite a surreal thing because as well, like, you know, I've been around as long as I've been around. It's just like, wow, I can still have experiences that blow me away. Do you know what I mean? And
Well, that's why we do it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And you know, I never forget that it's always music that's taking me into all my experiences, and that's what an amazing energy music is. You know, the fact that we're even sat here is because of music.
Where can the people find you on YouTube? Where are you most active? Social media, Instagram,
Just
Facebook,
Google
whatever?
Mr. Doris.
Instagram, Nightmares and Wax.
Yeah. Mr. Doris on Facebook, on Instagram, same Mr. Doris. And anything Mr. Doris. There aren't that many Dorises out there.
There's only one Doris.
There's only one Doris.
Loads of misters, only one Doris.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
Cheers,
you,
thank
bless
you.
you. Vicars Picnic!